All right, so hello everybody and welcome to today's show and welcome to all of you. Whoever I've not said hello to, hi Amit, Megha, and okay, before anything, let me mute a few people. Okay, only Darshana is unmute, that's great. Let's just mute Darshana. Okay, mute. All right, well, a warm welcome to all of you and thank you so much for being here. And today, again, it's a session for all of you, whoever needs to ask any question. But even as you ask some questions, even as you do some things, I always have something that's happened to me, something that's shown up in the last week. And I take this opportunity to share it with all of you. पिछले हफ्ते कभी ना कुछ मेरे साथ होता ही रहता है और जब कुछ होता है तो उसमें से मुझे क्या समझ में आया, ये वाली शेयरिंग्स मैं आपके साथ करती ही रहती हूँ। तो आज की क्या शेयरिंग है, बात चल रही थी, मैं गाइडेंस में बैठी हुई थी और मेरी बात चल रही थी ऊपर से और एकदम से कोई पुरानी घटना याद आई जिसके अंदर, उस घटना के अंदर मेरे दिल में बहुत घृणा पैदा हुई, किसी के लिए बहुत घृणा पैदा हुई और वो एकदम से पुरानी घटना याद आ गई कि अरे उन्होंने मेरे साथ ये किया था और उस वक्त पे जब उन्होंने मेरे साथ ऐसा किया तो कितनी ही घृणा उस वक्त पे मैंने इकट्ठी की. It's a long time, a story from a long time. And so as I was just sitting, I suddenly was taken to a place where I had collected a lot of hate. The conversation is from a few years ago. And so a few years ago, when something happened to me, it was more than a few years ago, but when that happened to me, it gave rise to a lot of hate inside me. I thought that I had looked at the hate. I thought that I had released it, and probably I had. For whatever was needed at that moment, many months ago, every time that incident has come to me, then whatever is needed probably has been released. But it came to my attention again. When something comes to my attention again, I simply don't say, "Arey, pehle release to kar diya, ye वापस क्यों आ गया?" If something has come back, अगर कुछ भी वापस आ रहा है आपके जहन में, आपके दिमाग में, तो इसका मतलब सिर्फ ये कि वहां पर कुछ और मिलने वाला है, कुछ और हमको पता चलेगा अपने बारे में, एक और लेयर खुल के और सामने आएगी. सो ये वाली कौन सी लेयर थी जो अभी कल परसों मेरे सामने आई, जबकि मैंने उसी पुराने इंसिडेंट के बारे में जो कि मैं सोचती रहती थी और कितनी बार मैंने रिलीज कर दिया, लेकिन इस बार फिर से वो लेयर मेरे सामने आई. क्या है वो? तो उसके अंदर जब मैं बैठी हुई थी तो एकदम से यही ध्यान आया कि वो लेयर आई कहां से, दैट लेयर ऑफ हेट. तो पूरी की पूरी कहानी ऐसे बनती है कि द लेयर ऑफ हेट, ये जो पूरी कहानी है घृणा के बारे में, कि आप सामने से किसी को कुछ बोलेंगे, जब वो आपको दिल चुभाएगा, कोई सामने वाला आपका दिल चुभाएगा और आप उस वक्त में जो कुछ भी बोलेंगे वो एकदम घृणा से भरा हुआ होगा. जब आपका घृणा से भरा हुआ वो तीर सामने जाके लगेगा तो क्या होगा, उनका फिर से दिल चुभेगा और वो आपको घृणा के तीर भेजेंगे. जब वो तीर आपको लगेंगे तो क्या होगा, तो घृणा आप में भरेगी. तो ये दिख रहा है कि पूरा की पूरा जो घृणा के तीर हैं वो सामने जाके लगते हैं और उनको दुख होता है, वहां पर दुख होगा, तो उस दुख के अंदर वो थोड़ी घृणा बनाएंगे और आपकी तरफ भेजेंगे और आपकी तरफ वो घृणा आएगी. आपको क्या होगा, आपको थोड़ा दुख होगा और उस दुख में बैठ के आप क्या करेंगे, आप थोड़ी घृणा बनाएंगे. एक सेकेंड, हाँ, मैं जरा जब हम इस घृणा के सोर्स को समझते हैं कि अच्छा, जब घृणा हमारे में आती है तो कहां से आती है, वो आती है कि सामने वाले ने हमारा दिल दुखाया. The outside hurt is making us create hate for somebody else, for something else. When the outside comes to us filled with hate, what do we feel? We feel hurt. From this hurt, what do we create for the other? We create hate when they receive that hate. And that's why this cycle is endless. This cycle is endless. Hate, hurt, hate, hurt. Hate, hurt, hate, hurt. ऐसे ही ये cycle चलती रहेगी. To break this cycle, you've got to become the observer. To break the cycle, because otherwise each time you receive hurt, what will you do? You will act from the hurt. But when you are the observer, what will you do? You will be able to pinpoint that the frequency that I'm working from is hate frequency. The frequency I'm working from is hurt frequency. And at that point in time, you will be able to bring yourself to release. You will be able to release it to the candle, to the so many different processes that we teach. But then what will happen? A little less of the hurt, a little less of the hurt, a little less hate will go out. So I used to think that love is the opposite of hate. Hate is the opposite of love. But here it is, simply when somebody hurts us, again, how is it the equation is made? It's from expectations. And then there is the conditional love. So expectations, attachments create hurt. The expectations that we have from the other, because we think we love them. If we love them, now we understand. Now we understand that love is not about expecting from the other. Love is simply about loving the self. So the more we see hurt playing up on the outside, now we should be able to see which all places am I still hurting? Which all places am I still hurting myself? Those are the places I have to work on. Those are the places where I need to free myself from the hurt, from the hate. The link therefore becomes just one step more. Attachments, expectations, the two are interchangeable. What comes first, we never have any idea, but attachments will definitely yield expectations. And from expectations, as we know, the common link is hurt. And from that hurt, hate is created. So when we are talking to you saying, let go of the attachments, let go of the conditional love. Many people actually, they say, no, if the attachments are not left, then what will be there in life? Well, what will be there in life is unconditional love. And this unconditional love, not that you have to give to somebody else, the more unconditional love you are, the more that love will be reflected back at you. The more unconditional love you are for yourself, there exists nobody else but your mirrors everywhere. The more we are able to love ourselves without judgment, the more we are able to hurt ourselves less and less. The less we are able to hurt ourselves. That's the place where true love, where true love for ourselves can be seen, and we will find that the outside will reflect a little bit more of the same to us. So this was my discovery yesterday, a link from love is not the opposite of hate. As a matter of fact, the love that always was conditional is going to create hate at times, but that is also going to be conditional. And now we can simply move to the unconditional part. When we see outside somebody hurting us, the finger goes on the outside. That person is hurting me. That person is saying hateful things. In that moment, so easy to forget that it is only our energy which is creating this entire illusion around us. It's our energy that's creating all of these dramas, and through the drama, all that we have to become each time is the observer. When we can become the observer, the only question we focus on, what emotion am I triggered in? What is the frequency I am in? What is it that I am feeling? That one question constantly solves all the riddles of the universe, at least for me. And so I definitely hope that it will be solving the universe's riddles for you as well. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we are. That was my understanding over the last few days about hate. So if any of you are sitting, if any of you are sitting in hurt, if any of you have hated somebody in your life, I really hate this person, or I hate what happened to me, an event, a person, then today it is the time to go back and clear that hate. That hate must have arisen because there would have been some expectations that were not met. There would be some attachment to outcomes that was not met. And the love that was conditional, therefore, quickly changed to hate. So we can change that today. We can let go of everything where the finger is outside. The finger is outside and we think only the hurt frequency. Okay, let me just simply look into the hurt frequency. But how closely, I was shown yesterday, how closely is hurt related to hate? And we say there's a very thin line between love and hate. And now we understand why. Why is there just such a thin line between love and hate? Because wherever that conditional love creates expectations that cannot be met, what is going to take its place? Hate. But hate is not an outcome of not being loved back. It's an outcome of your own conditions, of your own expectations, of your own attachments. And now it is sitting more and more in your energy. And so if it's sitting in my energy, can I look at it? Absolutely, I think I can. If it is sitting in my energy, can I change it? Absolutely, I can. This program, this webinar that we do all the time, it's simply to bring to you this awareness that you are the creator of every part of your life, every part of your life. Something comes to be shared. This is a small thing. Well, it's a small thing, but just to show you how easily you can, without understanding, but your energy can shift so many things in the universe, which almost seem improbable. Somebody called me a couple of days ago and they were sharing their miracle story. It's a young student. And so she says, I knew I was going to be late for the class. And when we are late for the class, we get a late pass, and I was late. And not only I was late, I knew that I was being tested because as soon as my bus started, instead of going in the straight normal pattern, it took a detour and it went a really much roundabout manner. And so now she knew that she was going to be late, and all of this panic about, oh my God, I never have time. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss that. And so, well, the wonderful part is that the woman, who was calling me, she's experiencing a lot of beautiful awareness right now. So she says, I don't even go to the loo without my journal. And I was so proud of her. And I said, okay, so then how does the story go? So she says, I immediately took out my journal and I started to journal. I don't have time. I don't have enough time, the lack of time, etc., etc. She says, I reached the college very much, late. It was 12:05. And as she's walking by, running to the classroom, she suddenly noticed the college clock. The college clock had stopped at 11:55. Can you even believe it? The college clock had stopped at 11:55. And she said, the college clock never stops. It never stops. It's always there. Everybody's always looking at it. It's always on time. And yet she went and sat in the class. Nobody even noticed that she was late. The college clock had stopped 5 minutes ago, but immediately it was put into action. By the time another couple of minutes passed, the clock had been repaired. Everybody who walked in after that got a late pass, but she didn't. What was she doing? She had released her lack of time. And so time just simply played in her favor. Time played in her favor. She came into abundance of time. How will the time, how will the time change? That's not where we focus, but we just simply focus on what part of our energy, do we have to work on? She could easily see that she was sitting in lack. And so she worked on the lack. She didn't work on, oh, will I be punished? Will I not be punished? What will happen? This will, not the consequences, but simply, okay, we'll see what happens. But I have to work on the lack that I'm able to see right now. So she was able to see the lack. And then what happened? It changed for her. It changed. For somebody else who walked in just 2 minutes later, for them it was back to the same. But here is how beautifully the universe will create different outcomes for you when you come from different energies. So just sharing a couple of incidents, whatever happened. Okay, somebody is on unmute. Let me see. I can't see who's on unmute. But, okay. Usha Bindal unmute पे थे. I'm moving them to mute. Okay, please stay muted. All right. So just for today, release hate. So somebody says, that's what I got in guidance today, Santosh says. Just for today, release hate and consume love. How beautiful is that? Just for today, release hate. And then as you release hate, what will happen? You think that you're releasing hate for an outside person. But you know what? Reminding you again and again that, of course, there is nobody on the outside. There is only you and parts of you that you are refusing to acknowledge, you are refusing to accept. So as those parts come up and show to you their faces again and again, this time, change the answer. You've always given them hate, and therefore there will always been parts of you that you haven't loved fully. So this time, change from hate to love, and then you will find that you are loving yourself just a tiny little bit more as you do that. Somebody says, how to love ourselves. Oh, so beautiful. So I give many, many different ways of how to love ourselves. The easiest and the most beautiful way that I have come across is to stand in front of the mirror, look into your eyes and say, I love you. That's all. It's all it takes to say to yourself, I love you. I love myself. I love me. I love you. Look into your eyes in the mirror. So many people, when they come to my house, I give them this mantra, I am awesome. I am awesome. Just simply that mantra. No ifs and buts. Oh, I am awesome because I'm the CEO of a company. I'm awesome because I really made good dinner yesterday. I'm awesome because my children said so. No, none of that. Only simply, I am awesome. And the sentence stops there. So many people that come to my house, they can't look into the mirror and say that to themselves. Why not? Because they say, no, it sounds fake. It sounds unreal to say to yourself that I love you. It sounds unreal to yourself to say, I am awesome. Why is it unreal? When you can say to somebody that you've met barely a few weeks ago, a few months ago, you can go and tell them, I love you. But here you are, your own body, your own everything, something that's constantly working for you. And you can't say to yourself, you can't say to your eyes that you're awesome. Well, you have to try harder than that, because here it is. Here's somebody who's walking with you step by step, every moment, every part of the day. And you can't say to them that you're awesome. Well, so here it is. I am awesome. That's the mantra, how to love yourself. What will happen? So many different judgments will pop up. So many different judgments that you hold for yourself, they will pop up. If I was so awesome, this wouldn't happen to me. If I was that awesome, the world would be saying it to me. And simply releasing those judgments. If you're going to ask me now how to release those judgments, I have a process called positivity process. So take a look at that process, do the positivity process, do this tool, I am awesome, to yourself every single day. Every time you see a mirror, look into the mirror, look into your eyes and say to yourself, I am awesome. Very soon, you will find people around you beginning to say that to you in different ways. Why? Are they suddenly finding that you are awesome? No, it's not about them. It's them that is your reflection, and your reflection is going to come back at you and tell you a little bit more about how awesome you are. But first, for that to happen, for a reflection to be reflecting something, you have to be in that energy space to begin with. Everything outside is simply a reflection of your energy, not of your face, but of your energy. And so if your energy holds this truth, I am awesome, then what will happen? Then you will get to see from so many people around you telling you exactly that I am awesome. Okay. Anybody has any more questions right now? This is a Q&A session. Whoever wants to ask, please ask. As I said, whatever has happened with me in the last 1 week, I already shared with you. That was a big understanding for me. You know what? Hate didn't even come up as something that I was holding. Every now and then I would look at somebody and I would feel, okay, I'm feeling a lot of hate right now. And as I feel the hate, I could simply also feel, oh, it seems to be a frequency that I've tuned into. It seems to be a frequency. It's in the air and I've tuned into that frequency, and that's perfectly fine. I accept. I allow for the hate to play. I'm not going to run away from the hate frequency. Okay, that brings me to another very important topic. I keep harping on it. I keep harping on it all the time. But this is something else that came up with me this week. Somebody wrote a tiny little message which said, oh, I have this problem. I've done my releases. And why is the problem not getting released? I've accepted the problem. I've accepted the problem. I've allowed the problem. Now, why is it not getting released? So just to translate, कोई कुछ दिनों पहले के लिए मेरे पास आए और उन्होंने बोला कि ये हमारे को कुछ बीमारी है। वो बीमारी जो है वो जा क्यों नहीं रही है? आप कहते हो कि उसको स्वीकारो, हमने स्वीकार लिया। आप कहते हैं उसको अलाउ करो, हमने अलाउ कर दिया। अब जब सब कुछ कर दिया तो वो जा क्यों नहीं रही? तो मैंने उनको बोला कि अगर तुमने उसको स्वीकार ही लिया है तो उसको जाने की अब फिक्र क्यों है तुमको? जब हम किसी चीज को स्वीकार लेते हैं और अपने घर में आने देते हैं, तो जब हमने सचमुच में ही उसको स्वीकार लिया, then we won't even be questioning why is it not going, why is it not shifting, why is it not changing, why is not released yet. तो अभी जबकि तुम बैठे हुए हो ये सोच कर कि मैंने इसको स्वीकार लिया, मैंने इसको अलाउ कर दिया, अब तो इसको जाना चाहिए, तो वहां पर स्वीकृति पूरी ही नहीं हुई है। जब हमारी स्वीकृति हो जाती है, when we totally accept कि अच्छा अब ये तो हो गया, अब टांगें टूटनी थी वो तो टूट गई, अब तो जो है सो है, अब हम कुछ नहीं करते, बस उसको रहने देते हैं, जब ठीक होंगी तो होंगी, उसको कहते हैं स्वीकारना, मन से स्वीकारना कि अब तो जो है सो है। बट व्हेन वी आर फीलिंग, जब हमको ये लगे कि नहीं अब इसको ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए, वैसे होना चाहिए, तो हमने क्या किया? हमने तो एक नतीजे के साथ अपने आप को जोड़ लिया कि अच्छा हम जो कुछ भी कर रहे हैं बस ये चला जाए, बस ये हमारे पास ना रहे, बस ये जाता क्यों नहीं है। जब ये जाता क्यों नहीं है का सवाल है, तो इसका मतलब कि हमने उसको स्वीकारा ही नहीं, हमने तो सिर्फ उसको स्वीकारने का नाटक किया है। Just a second. Somebody is on unmute. iPhone Meenal is on unmute. So iPhone Meenal, please be on mute. I think that's Rachna, but she said so. Okay, all right. So anyways, so here we were talking about acceptance. We're talking about somebody who said, oh, I have this condition, and why is this condition not leaving? After I've accepted it, and I've allowed it, and now why is it still here? And that's the one I was giving the answer to, saying if you've totally accepted something, why would you even be looking at that leaving? Now you've accepted it. You are completely at peace with its presence. And that's what acceptance looks like. This acceptance of anything is not about pretending to accept. When you pretend to accept only so that this will go away, it doesn't go away. Your energy underneath is still of fear of whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you want to leave, everything that needs to leave. Okay, I'm going to accept you so that you can leave. Well, then the energy underneath it is that of fear. And if the energy is of fear, only more fear will play out. So the acceptance is not by pretense. The acceptance is the answer to this question. What if this never changes? What if this never leaves? Then what? if you can find yourself to be at peace with that, what if this never changes? What if the situation stays the same? It never changes. It's going to be exactly like this no matter what you do. What if? If that is the situation, or if your answer to that is, okay, I can live with it. Okay, I can make peace with it. Okay, I am at peace with it now. If that's the case, that is true acceptance. When you are not looking for something to run away from, that is the place of true acceptance. And from there, when you're sitting over there, it becomes part of your life. It becomes a part of your life, and you stop noticing it. You take away your focus. Why is this not happening? Why is that not happening? You take away your focus from it. And from that place, what will happen? That's the new frequency. That's the new frequency of masti, the new frequency of joy. And so, as you shift your energy, the outside might shift to another place of masti. Will that person or the event leave? Will everything happen as exactly as you wanted it to be? I don't know. But I just only know that a changed frequency, a changed energy will bring an outside outcome, which will bring you a lot more joy than before. So that's how things change. I tell people not to put a finger to the outcome that this should change, that should change. The minute you're putting outcomes, you're just simply limiting yourself, and you have no idea if something has shown up. If something has shown up in your life, your energy has manifested it. It hasn't manifested it because it's your enemy. It's just energy. It's a frequency. And that's how it will manifest. If you don't like the manifestation, rather than running around after what you need to manifest, simply be within and look at the energy that you are holding. And the outcome itself, everything that's manifesting outside, will give you an idea of what all frequencies you are holding. As you look at those frequencies, you'll be able to clear them, sometimes a lot, sometimes a little. But as you clear them, you are definitely going to be able to see the shifts within. The shifts towards more joy, the shifts towards more masti. Okay. I hope I answered that question for you, Krishna. How to love yourself, how to love ourselves. It's amazing. There's webinars and webinars I have on self-love. Please also, I just gave you a short paragraph, but I have a webinar on self-love. Please go watch that. It'll tell you how to love yourself and why is it that you don't love yourself. Okay. Attachment to outcomes, says Sonali Russell. It's a question, it's a statement, it's just the regular thing. Attachment to outcome, yeah, doesn't mean anything at all. So thank you for writing something that doesn't mean anything at all. Attachment to outcome, yeah, we all know it exists. And that's why it is pointed out over here constantly. Don't keep your attachment to outcome and let things flow. That's all that it is. Okay, all right, everybody. Any other questions for now? Otherwise, this program is going to, today, it's just a Q&A session. So it's going to get soon very quickly. We have no questions. Everybody knows all the answers. Everybody knows all the ways to receive answers. We just come here for gupping. So we will finish off the session if nobody wants to share. Does anybody want to share anything? Does anybody want to share any experiences? Or can we just head off now? Okay, let's see who all is there. Please share. Please share your understanding of anger. I've heard you say it's linked to fear, but in my case, I feel it's really linked to my heart. What's your guidance, please? Oh, well, so funny. Because I've already actually talked about this, how so many different emotions are all birthed in fear itself, all of them. So you say your anger is from hurt. And why did you get hurt? So let me tell you, wherever you got hurt, it would be attachments, expectations, and then you would get the hurt, right? Then when your attachments are there with people and your expectations are also there with people, it's not necessary. Fear is everywhere. Every day If I'm in love with someone, the usual kind of I love you, kind of love. And then already, the minute I say I love you, I am already sinking myself into a little bit of fear. The fear is, I hope you don't leave me. I love you. I hope you don't leave me. I hope this love stays. It's all unsaid, but already, as soon as can you think of when I say to somebody, I love you, can I even think of this person being with somebody else and saying, I love yous to them and not saying them to me? No, I can't. I'm already fearful that this should not happen. So, in everything that we look at, there is always going to be the base emotion of fear. The base emotion, in some way or the other, might be of fear. But if you're looking at your hurt, if you're looking at your hurt, where did that hurt come from? It came from some attachments that you had, and then those attachments weren't met, those expectations weren't met. Is that what I'm hearing from you, Megha?
Yes, ma, absolutely rightly pointed. Yes.
Okay. So expectations weren't met, but even as you held, and so when the expectations weren't met, and now you burnt your fingers, okay? And now the next time you go in, are you going clean slate, or are you already going with the fear of being hurt? And so therefore not getting into any place, not, because the fear exists that no, the last time something like this happened, and now I don't want to go there. So again, the fears will crop in every different place. What I find that when I'm angry, when I'm so angry, it's because things didn't happen the way I wanted them to happen. And then I have this set idea in my head. If they don't happen this way, it's going to be very bad. They need to happen this way. They have to happen this way. This is the way things should work out. And so I've got a path of outcomes which is let out, and I don't even want to look at the other side, because I'm fearful that if this doesn't happen, then the outcome is going to be very bad. If that doesn't happen, the outcome is going to be very bad. I don't even want to look at that very bad side of it. I simply just want to say, no, I want this done in this way. And when things are not done in the way that I thought that they should be done, then I get angry. But my fear is showing up through the anger. Why? Because I don't want to look the other way. What will happen if life doesn't turn out exactly as I planned it? That's where I get angry. Sometimes I used to get angry with God. I used to get angry with so many people. I used to get angry when somebody would break my heart. And then, I would think it is hurt, but well, they broke the heart because I came from a place of conditional love. Now, let all the stories go. Let every story be released. Just a second. I have to go. There's a lot of party happening outside, and I have to stop. So cute. So here we are. So just as I was talking about anger, so there's a lot of party happening outside in my rooms, and everybody is very loud. And I go and I put on a very stern face, and I tell them, no, you cannot be making so much noise. I cannot concentrate on my webinar. And I go and make a very stern face, and I'm very angry at the face of it. But here is the time where I check within as well. Am I angry outside and angry within? Or am I simply angry on the outside? And that's where the difference is between an aware and an unaware self. Right now, I can come right back and not feeling the anger at all. The anger is done with, it's done its job outside, and I can come back here and be at peace and feel joyful again. This was not who the earlier Meenal used to be. The earlier Meenal would be outside and inside angry. Why? Because that fear. What will happen? Oh my God, no, my webinar is going to be spoiled. There is, I'm trying to concentrate over here, something, it needs to work out in a way. I need silence. I'm not getting silence. When I don't get what I want, I'm going to be angry. And I'm saying just for this very smallest of things, if I didn't look on the other side, no, my webinar is spoiled. I don't want my webinar to be spoiled. But now, knowing that nothing can be spoiled, everything is moving with the flow. Everything is moving as is, everything is moving so rightly as it is meant to be. My going outside was completely in sync with my sitting back here and saying things. Even again, when the noise starts, I'll go outside and do something again. But inside, there is no anger at how things have gone wrong, because things are not going wrong. Things are simply moving with frequencies that we are at. So again, to remind you, you asked me what my take on anger and hurt is. Underneath that, what if you don't get what you want? What happened last time? Go back to that scenario and see both sides of it. What if something else happened? What if you didn't get what you want? Was it an outside thing that's creating anger with you, or is anger simply a frequency that keeps showing up because you haven't released all your fears? I really do find fears underneath most everything. Even your hurt will show up as fear in so many different places. I'm agreeing that, yeah, when it's hurt, it has a way to express itself. But even there, what is the fear? The fear of being taken for granted. Even when we get hurt, and then when we look back about it, we say, oh, I have the fear of being taken for granted. I have the fear of not carrying the validation that I wish to get for myself. I have the fear of not being loved. There are so many different fears that can show up. I really do think that even underneath the hurt, just look at the layer underneath the hurt. Why did you get hurt? Your expectations got broken. But why did the expectations get broken? What were you expecting from outside? Were you expecting love from outside? Well, wrong place to expect it. So simply take a look within. The work is within, but underneath that also, there will be fears here and there. I just really find that most of the times when I dig deeper and deeper and deeper, the answer comes to fear. It just does. I just am able to find somewhere or the other the fear of getting hurt again, the fear of not being validated, the fear of somebody or the other outside. Anyways, so there you go. Huh.
Thank you so much, Ma. You said exactly the words that I can identify with in terms of my fears. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So somebody writes to me saying, I release my core emotion of lack. Okay. When we did deep releases sessions in last month's program, but still coming up almost every day, and I do releases. I was guided by Manipa to live life fully and chant Om Hari and Har Har Bhole. But when you are in fear, lack, how to live fully. So beautiful. I constantly remind people lack is just a frequency. Fear is just a frequency. Lack is just a frequency. Don't get bogged down. It will come again and again. It's like this. You have a channel that you've listened to for 25 years, 30 years, however long. You came with this channel, your television set was tuned to this channel, and so you played this channel over and over again. And then a few months ago, a month ago, somebody came along and said, Arey, you have these other channels as well that you can listen to. Be very mindful the words that I'm using. I'm saying you have these other channels as well that you can tune to. When I tell people tune into the frequency of Meenal, it's not a new channel that I'm introducing. You already have the channel of abundance, but you haven't played it for so long. And really, the wire isn't catching the frequency that much. You just You just don't know how to tune into that channel. And so when I tell you, you tune into the frequency of Meenal again and again, all that I'm telling you to do, all that I'm reminding you to do is to tune into your own frequency of abundance. Why Meenal? Because you can take a look at her and that reminds you immediately as to what abundance feels like. When you tune into the frequency of Meenal, I play in abundance. I play in abundance all the time. And so therefore, you're able to tune into your frequency of abundance through playing this channel again and again. But you're saying it keeps coming up again and it hasn't gone yet. And that's when I say you're looking at it as something that needs to go away completely. The first step, we talked about it just 10 minutes ago, the first step is to accept it, that it's lack. It's just a frequency. It's just a frequency. It's nothing more and it's nothing less. If you've tuned into a frequency, the only way to shift your channel is through awareness. And so you're saying you're in awareness. Okay, then just simply relax and ease. If it's come up again, it just means that you're still transcribed to it, subscribe to it in a bigger way. Okay, fine. But it's still just a frequency. Can you change your channel? Yes. Initially, do you need to change 100 times before it gets set on the Meenal frequency of abundance? Before then you operate from there. And still mind you, even as you operate from the frequencies of abundance, frequencies of joy, are you completely going to stop feeling the lack? No, it's just a frequency. On any given day, you will simply pick it up and you will be there. But you will be reminded very quickly, oh, I'm sitting in lack. I can change. But as you are looking to change, now you are feeling the fear of lack as well. You're feeling the fear of lack, not just lack, but now, oh, why has it come back again? I just did so much work on it. I can't be living fully if I have to continue to live in lack. Firstly, to release now, this time, you will not just release lack, but you will also release fear of lack. With what? It's just a frequency. It is just a frequency I can shift to Meenal frequency so easily. And you will be able to do so more and more. The example that I use all the time is this. You have one house that you've been living in, and then now somebody offers you another house and say, hey, you can go and live in that house as well. But what happens? You've been so used to living in that old house that you finish work and automatically, you take off in that direction. Why? Just habit. It's just a habit of yours. Your channel is tuned over there to that old house. But it's okay. Even as you go there, you recognize, oh, I'm back at my old house. So what? It's just an old house. It still stands there. And I'm just not going to stay in it anymore. And so you move away from there. But you don't push the house. Oh, why am I here? What's wrong with me? Why did I come here? It's just a frequency. So not feeling fearful of any frequency. Mind you, I always tell people, it's not like you're never going to experience lack again. Of course, it's a whole range of emotions. And you are, when you are Shiva, who are you not? You are the whole range of emotions. You're not a person. You are an emotion. From emotion to emotion to emotion. We move all the time between frequency bands. We just don't recognize it. And so we peg ourselves. We put ourselves in one bucket and say, this is my core, this is my main emotion. And when we put ourselves in a bucket, easily we will move now. We will expand that bucket. You are no longer belonging to that bucket. But yes, you keep going and sitting over there. Please simply just keep working in awareness. That's the only answer that I have. It's your awareness that will carry you through. But it's not the awareness. You haven't caught on that this time when you went into lack, you were starting to collect fear as well. How can I live my life fully when I live in lack? An old story comes up. I'm the frequency of abundance. I know it and you know it. And I live in abundance all the time. How did my journey start? And I've shared this many a times with everybody. My journey into all of this, I was the investment banker doing blah, 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 fancy stuff. And then how did my journey start? I sat in so much of lack. I sat in so much of lack, not for myself, but for my brother. for my niece. I sat in so much of lack, I couldn't understand what was happening. Abundance was not playing out for them. And I would sit and I would be so saddened by whatever was happening outside. So it had to be that I came into lack for them. I came into lack for them. And this beautiful journey started. So lack is always here for a purpose, just as much as abundance is. We are not running away from anything. We are not cursing anything. We are simply being in acceptance of everything, just a frequency. It is just a frequency. You neither fear this, nor do you fear that. And from that place, now you have a choice. You cannot get a choice if you are sitting in fear. You will not have a choice. You will simply keep sitting over there deeper and deeper, because whatever we reject doesn't get rejected. It simply persists. So there you go. So again, acceptance, as we talked about it just a few minutes ago, acceptance of the frequency, acceptance of who you've been, complete acceptance that yes, okay, I played my life this way, and now I have choices available. I have choices, not just one, but I have choices available. I am the Shiva, I am the creator. From feeling helpless when lack is noticed again, you can start to feel powerful that okay, lack has come up, but I have the power to change my frequency. So here again, not feeling why is lack coming here again? It's coming here. You can simply change it again. Okay. But when you are in fear, lack, how to live? Okay. So fear of love. Okay. When you write to everybody saying fear of love, is it fear of receiving love? Is it fear of losing love? Is it fear of giving love? What does it mean, fear of love? What does it mean to you? Please elaborate if you want something to be answered. You can talk to me and tell me whatever it is that you want answered. Okay, so sweet. Meenal, now I can understand your talks. Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Because yes, you cannot understand my talks if you are going to be looking from these two eyes on the outside. You cannot understand. You will think, dimag kharab hai is aurat ka. But when you understand yourself as energy, and you understand everybody around you as energy and creator of their own lives as well, from that space, yes, you will be able to understand my talks. Okay. So whoever wrote Vipin, do you want to talk about fear of love or something, or shall we move forward? Okay. All right, everybody. So here we are, done with the session. Any more questions for me? Okay, all right. Taking a deep breath in and release. Simply release, letting go. Feeling quiet, feeling the peace, feeling completely at ease. एकदम शांत महसूस करते हुए मन शांत, मस्तिष्क शांत, एकदम शांत, सारे विचार बाहर. All thoughts in this moment released. And as you sit in this beautiful peace and quiet, just a deep breath in as you take the energy of Meenal. This time through a color. So imagine a beautiful white light, coming through your third eye. You can see the bright white light coming and entering, through your third eye. If you feel like it, you can tap on your third eye. अगर आपका मन करे तो आप अपनी तीसरी आंख की जगह पे यूं थपथपाएं और एक बहुत ही शांत सुंदर सफेद रंग की लाइट को इधर से आते हुए देखें। आपकी तीसरी आंख की जगह पर वो आ रही है। ये मीनल की फ्रीक्वेंसी है और ये यहाँ से आपके शरीर में प्रवेश कर रही है। Entering your body through your third eye, this beautiful white light. And now, as it is entering, take a look. Take a look what's happening to it. The light is going to all your body parts. It is being received by all your body parts. वो लाइट हर जगह आपके शरीर में चारों तरफ जा रही है। वो सफेद रंग की रोशनी वो जा रही है आपके शरीर में और अब आप देखते हैं कि वो कितने ही रंगों में बंट गई, कितने ही रंगों। सारे इंद्रधनुष के रंग आपको नजर आ रहे हैं अपने शरीर में। ये मीनल की फ्रीक्वेंसी ये आपके शरीर में जाकर आपके हर शरीर के हिस्से में जा रही है और कितने ही रंगों में बंट रही है। This beautiful white light from the frequency of Meenal is now split into thousands of colors. It's moving to all parts of your body. Wherever, whatever color is needed, it's moving with so much speed. You can almost see the light going to every part of your body. Wherever you put your focus, when you look at the heart, you can see different colors of the light coming into the heart. When you put your focus on the hands, underneath, inside, all of these beautiful colors are making way to your hands. Whatever is needed by your body parts, these beautiful colors are healing them. आपके शरीर में जहां पर भी जो भी हीलिंग जरूरी है, जहां पर भी जिसको भी कुछ भी चाहिए, हर एक सेल को कुछ चाहिए तो वो उसे अभी मिल रहा है इस ब्यूटीफुल लाइट से, जो कि कितने ही रंगों में अभी बिखरी हुई है और आपके शरीर के कितने ही हिस्सों में जा रही है। नजर डालिए अपने ही शरीर पर, एक एक अंग पर, अपनी गर्दन पर, अपनी छाती पर, अपनी बाहों पर, अपने हाथों पर, अपनी बॉडी पर, पेट पर, नीचे जांघों के हिस्से पर नजर डालते रहिए, कमर पर, पीछे, चारों तरफ ये रोशनी कितने ही सैकड़ों रंगों में बिखर के आपके हर बॉडी पार्ट, हर हिस्से में जा रही है। This beautiful light moving across the body, your neck, your shoulders, your hands, your arms. Receive it. Receive this beautiful light in so many different colors. Whatever is needed is being healed in this moment. वो healing हो रही है, उस सेल को जो चाहिए वो मिल रहा है। All your body cells are being healed in this moment. Meenal's frequency has those beautiful healing powers. And right now, this is your energy. This is in your body. It is your frequency. This frequency belongs to you. This is the frequency of abundance. Abundance, abundance, abundance. और ये रोशनी this light in so many different colors, reaching your thighs, your legs, your back, so many different parts of your body, just simply reaching everywhere. You are able to see it. You are able to see the beautiful light breaking into a million colors and giving to your body all the healing that is needed. पूरे शरीर में ये घूम रही है और अब आप इसको इकट्ठा करेंगे और वापस से ले आएंगे एक ही कलर में, एक ही रंग में, सफेद रंग में वापस से. And now you'll collect it all together from your body. It's all again coming back together as one color, the color white. And this time going straight to your heart. This beautiful white light going straight to your heart. और ये जो सुंदर सी कितनी ही प्यारी सफेद रंग की लाइट इस बार सीधा की सीधा आपके हृदय में. ये फ्रीक्वेंसी सीधा आपके हृदय. ये मीनल की फ्रीक्वेंसी, भरपूरता की, हीलिंग की, इस बार आपके हृदय, उसको भर लीजिए वहां पर. वो यहीं पर रहेगी. ये आपकी फ्रीक्वेंसी है और अब ये यहीं पर रहेगी. मैं मीनल हूं. ये मेरी फ्रीक्वेंसी है. ये मेरी फ्रीक्वेंसी है. मैं मीनल हूं. इसके बाद अपना खुद का नाम दोहराएं. मैं आपका नाम हूं. ये मेरी फ्रीक्वेंसी है. ये मेरी फ्रीक्वेंसी है. ये वाइट लाइट जो कि आपके हृदय में बैठी है, ये अब बाहर की नहीं, ये आपकी खुद की है. ये आपकी ऊर्जा है. ये आपके हृदय में है. इसमें सारी हीलिंग की प्रॉपर्टीज है. आप खुद से अपने आप को बस यहीं पे ध्यान लगा के इस सफेद रोशनी से अपने आप को भर के अपने किसी भी हिस्से में इसको भेज सकते हैं और अपनी खुद की हीलिंग, वहां पे जो हील होना है वो हो जाएगा. बिना दिमाग लड़ाते हुए कि क्या हील होना चाहिए, कैसे होना चाहिए. वो लग क्यों नहीं रहा है कि हील हुआ कि नहीं, पता कैसे चलेगा ना. इन सब सवालों से परे बस ये जानते हुए कि जो होना था वो इस फ्रीक्वेंसी को लेकर और हो गया. ये फ्रीक्वेंसी आपने ली, इससे हीलिंग जो होनी थी वो हो गई. आपकी ऊर्जा को जो चाहिए था वो मिल गया. Simply collecting this beautiful white light into the heart. This is your frequency now. This is your frequency. I am Meenal. This beautiful white light of abundance. This is my frequency. I am Meenal. I am the frequency of abundance. And then taking your own name, I am your name. And this is my frequency. Owning this frequency that contains all the healings, beautiful powers of healings now being centered in your heart. It belongs to you. You are the owner of this frequency of abundant healing. No questions. How is it going to heal? Why is it not showing up? Is it showing up? Is this the right way? Is this the wrong way? All questions simply vanish. You are in the frequency of abundance. This is your frequency. Own it. It's here in your heart. Anytime that you want to send healings, that's all that you need to do. From the heart, send it to wherever you want it to go. Just send it. You are the source. You are the holder of this frequency in the now. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Okay, everyone, lots and lots of love to all of you. Thank you so much. And today's healing session, well, whatever it is that you think needs to heal, let go of what needs to heal. But at any point in time, you can use your own heart. You can go back to this beautiful light and you can be in this space and you can heal your own self. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Lots and lots of love to all of you. Bye.
Thank you.